Today we gathered not to discuss world peace, renewable energy, or whether or not pineapple belongs on pizza. No. We are here to talk about something far more sinister, something more destructive than TikTok dances, something more controversial than an arguing with your aunt on Facebook about politics. Delivery apps. Yes, Uber Eats, DoorDash, Grubhub, Postmates, Instacart, the holy alliance of capitalism, the Avengers of screwing people over. They screw the drivers, they screw the restaurants, they screw you, the customer. It's the rare business model where everybody loses, and yet somehow we keep ordering $9 smoothies with $14 delivery fees like we're royalty trapped in a castle. Delivery apps promise us one thing, and that's convenience. Hungry? Don't cook. Don't move. Don't even change out of your 3-day-old sweatpants. Just press the button and a stranger will bring you tacos. It sounds magical, like the future we dreamed of. Remember the Jetsons? They had flying cars and the robot maids. Food was on demand. We were like, wow, that's the future. And now here we are. Instead of Rosie, the robot serving us gourmet meals, it's 19-year-old named Tyler who forgot your fries because he was also juggling 3 other orders and a breakup text from his girlfriend or boyfriend. Can't be a judge. Congratulations, we live in a lousy versions of the Jetsons. Let's start with the restaurants. Delivery apps pitch themselves like heroes. We'll bring you more customers. We'll give you exposure. You'll sell more food than ever. In restaurants, they're like, oh, wow, thank you. And then they look at the contract. Delivery apps charge 30% fees. 30%! If you own a restaurant, your profit margin is maybe 5 to 10%. Delivery apps take 30%. That's not even a business partnership. That's the mafia. Imagine if you ran a lemonade stand. You sell lemonade for $1. Delivery apps, come along. Hey kids, we'll get you more customers, but we're taking 30 cents per cup. You're like, maybe. And then they add, oh, we control your prices on the app. And if you don't join your competitors, and you'll lose business. That's not help. That's extortion. Restaurants now have 2 menus, the in-person prices and the delivery app prices, where suddenly a $12 burger is now $19 because the restaurant is trying to offset the fact that DoorDash is mugging them behind the dumpster every Friday. Now let's talk about the drivers. Bless them, they are foot soldiers of the empire, the knights of the fast food kingdom out there beating traffic, weather, and customers who live in apartments that refuse to post visible numbers on their doors. Delivery apps advertise driving as a great side hustle. Be your own boss. Work when you want. Make $25 an hour. I'll just translate that for you right away. We're not paying you properly, and we're not giving you health insurance, but we'll let you listen to your own Spotify playlist while you ruin your suspension on potholes. Drivers get screwed by base pay, sometimes $2.75 for a delivery. That's not even gas money, that's gum money. Tips. The entire paycheck relies on whether Karen decides your lateness was caused by traffic or because she thinks you personally disrespected her by not teleporting her sushi. Distant games. Apps show a vague estimated pay without telling you the order is 14 miles away. That's not a job, that's a blind date with poverty. And the kicker, customers don't realize drivers see the tips after they accept the order, so they're gambling. It's like playing poker, except instead of cards, you're holding a lukewarm bag of Taco Bell. Now the part that hurts us the most, how they screw the customer. You think you're ordering a $12 meal. By the time it arrives, you've paid service fee of $3.99, a small order fee of $2.99, and a delivery fee of $4.49. Add on a tip at $5 and the mysterious regulatory response fee of $1.50, and somehow a bag fee because apparently bags are now a luxury. Suddenly your $12 burrito is $34, and when it arrives, it's cold or soggy or missing half of the order. Delivery apps have mastered the art of disappointment. It's like Christmas morning if Santa outsourced to the cheapest bidder and the elves unionized halfway through. Here's the most genius scam. Delivery apps position themselves as as heroes during the pandemic. We're helping small restaurants survive. No, they weren't. They were charging restaurants even more fees during the pandemic. Some cities have literally had to pass emergency laws capping delivery fees because apps were bankrupting the same small business that they claim to save. That's like someone setting your house on fire and then charging you to borrow their garden hose. Raise your hand if you've ever tried to get a refund from a delivery app. Yes, you entered the Hunger Games. You say, "Hi, my food never arrived." They say, "Are you sure? Because your GPS shows the driver left it at your doorstep." And yeah, at my doorstep in another city. Or they'll offer you a $2 credit. $2. I just lost $45 sushi order and your solution is $2. That's not a refund, that's a participation trophy. Here's the scary part. Delivery apps are changing our culture. We're so used to instant gratification that cooking feels like punishment anymore. You ever have that moment where you open the fridge, you see ingredients and think, I have to chop things. I'd have to turn on the stove, and that's so 1800s. So instead you order delivery, which takes 45 minutes, which costs triple, which arrives cold, and you think, wow, thank God I didn't have to cook. We have Stockholm Syndrome with delivery apps. They rob us, they disappoint us, and we keep coming back like a toxic ex who occasionally brings tacos. Delivery apps are just one part of the bigger gig economy scam. The gig economy sounds cool. Work for yourself, freedom. But in reality, it means corporations shifted all the risk onto the workers. There's no benefit, no protection, no stability. And you're not an employee, you're an independent contractor. Translation, you're on your own, buddy. Good luck paying for car repair after delivering 600 Big Macs in 1 month. Where does this all lead? Pretty soon, everything will be delivery. Groceries, fast food, medicine, hopefully relationships. Need a boyfriend or a girlfriend? Swipe here. A driver named Steve or Tabitha will deliver himself or herself in 30 minutes to 45 minutes. The robots are coming too. Companies are already testing delivery drones and robots, which sound crazy cool until you realize a $40 burrito will now be dropped from the sky by an Amazon drone that occasionally mistakes toddlers for packages. And of course, the robots won't fix the fees. You're still gonna pay $29 in robot surcharges. So what do? You may be asking. Cook from home. Radical idea. You can make spaghetti for $3 instead of paying $28 for lukewarm noodles in a plastic bag. Support local restaurants directly. Call them. Pick it up yourself. Yes, that means leaving your house. I know, it's scary out there. But so is bankruptcy. Tip your drivers well because they're not the villains. They're hostages just like us. Delivery apps are the rare invention where literally everyone loses because restaurants lose money, drivers lose time and wages, customers lose faith in humanity. The only winner is delivery apps themselves. Tech companies that somehow convinced us that by pressing a button for a cold cheeseburger was innovation. But here's the truth. We don't need to accept it. We can rebel on. We can cook. We can walk. We can, God forbid, talk to people at the restaurant counter like it's 1997 again. Because the future doesn't have to be a soggy $30 burrito. The future can be us together. Remembering the food is supposed to bring people together, not just drain your wallet. So next time you think, should I order delivery? Ask yourself, do I want to eat or do I want to be screwed over by everyone in the supply chain? Don't forget though, anything out of this video, tip your driver if you do use it. I wouldn't use it though, it's toxic. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one. Oh, I forgot to say, how you doing, Bear? Bear's good.